A time that is well and truly past, would you not agree?
I will be kept informed as to the success of your conjugal endeavors.
We must pack straight away.
Yes, Your Grace.
What has happened?
My brother seems to have been embroiled in scandal.
My sight until we know whether you are with child.
What? And if I am?
To request that His Grace prepare his largest carriage. I shall require my space.
I just feel like Daphne has all right to be upset. But him?
This scandal could very well tarnish my debut, Mama. Perhaps we should delay my coming out altogether a few years.
Oh, hush, child. All will be well. Just keep smiling. Lovely day, is it not, Lady...
No wonder judging us. People are so
I
fake.
certainly never want to cross the woman. Très élégante, Miss Bridgerton. What a debutante you will be.
But this is supposed to be a charitable organisation.
Even charity requires funds.
They broke. They broke.
There is no need to act the jailer.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
That the Tonne devours every bit of Whistledown's on Dee is the only thing keeping this family from shame. Because of her column, no one believes you are the father of Miss Thompson's child. What are you doing here, Daff? Should you not be frolicking in newlywed bliss?
I came as swiftly as our carriage would allow when I heard the news.
In the middle of your honeymoon? Your assistant?
Oh, well, that is simply not true, Anthony, and you know it. Daphne may be the answer to all of our problems. Oh, once the Tonnes see that we still have the favour of the Duke and the Duchess, then the whispers may very well cease.
The perfect way to lure the ignorant into submission.
Oh, gosh.
Is it not, Mama?
The Queen is hosting a luncheon.
I am certain the Duke and I can secure an invitation. We simply have no breath left to discuss other matters.
I'm so very glad this has all been settled.
Right. I have no say-so.
Perhaps we should count you lucky to not have married a stranger.
She was not a stranger.
She kind of was.
Rather, Whistledown knew her better than you.
That's why I said she should have just been real. And if she was like we have to keep it a secret though. And if he agreed to it or not, like that should have been between us. But again, they was trying to be sneaky so they can get this money real quick. Auntie, like, she put a lot of pressure on it too.
When I think of her, I only want to be near her, to be with...
He accepts the baby.
Despite all reason otherwise. Leander swam Abydos to Sestos every single night in complete darkness, just to see his love.
Leander also lost his way and drowned.
Did something happen? Sister, back at Cliveden.
Perhaps I can arrange a rendezvous. Chaperoned, obviously.
I would appreciate that.
I've not seen you this incensed since you handed the keys to your dukedom. I will not speak on my dukedom.
I suggest you not try to imagine anything to do with my wife's feelings.
Or actions for that matter!
Yeah, you can't even deny it. Look at you.
See what I mean? Fast learner, indeed.
You just have to learn and grow. Some people don't know how to put their pride down.
The Queen is holding a luncheon this week. We will need to attend with my brother to signal our support.
You wound me. Not 3 weeks since we were wed, yet already you imagine me disloyal.
It is clear that you find there is nothing left in our marriage.
We shouldn't hate each other over a lie. As long as he doesn't lie again, like, learn from it. We're in the hallway. Yeah, take your ass to the bathroom. Or to your bedroom. On the steps of the mama's house. She getting some. She getting some. Pineapple.
Finish what we started.
Y'all should have been there. Nope, it's a tease.
Simon.
If you are with child, then I shall stay and do my duty to support you both.
And if I'm not?
Then we shall remain married, in name only. This cannot happen. This is
After you just ate my coochie?
That we no longer trust each other.
Girl, boy, bye. I don't know how I feel. You let me know.
Thank you for joining us.
I did not realize I had a choice.
My brother wished for an audience. And I wished to avoid any further scandal attached to my family's name.
I do not understand. We were to be wed. You said you loved me.
Colin, I hold you in the greatest esteem.
Esteem?
I did not come here to be shamed by you, nor anyone else.
I did what I thought I had to do. I did what I thought I had to do. I did what I thought I had to do. No, don't sit here and downgrade me. You can tell me I'm wrong, but, you know, why am I here?
I did not know better. You may think me a villain, but I did what I thought I must.
Consider myself lucky that you chose me, lied to me, tried to trick me into a fraud of a marriage. I shall take my leave of you for the last time, Miss Thompson. If you had simply come to me and told me of your situation...
He would have respected it.
I would have married you without a second thought.
Yes. And most of the time, people will judge you off of that and not accept you. But there's that 10, 15, 20% that will. And I feel like that's what I said. If you just tell this man, and again, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done when all this is going through your mind and no, he's not going to accept it. There's no way he's going to accept me. He's young, he's handsome, he's free, he has no kids. You know, he's not going to accept me. But if you just took that chance.
I believe I would like to return home now.
Yes.
After all, we don't want another scandal attached to your family name.
Duchess, may I say how well you look? Oh, you are too kind. Is it not marvelous to be wed?
It is both a joy and a wonder indeed. We have certainly been devoting our energies to the endeavor, Your Majesty. We should hope to see our queen soon satisfied.
And that would eat you alive, too.
What did you do?
That would eat you alive.
Who?
Why is her hair tied like that? A ribbon.
Tasked you with unmasking the scandalmonger.
Believe me, I am intent.
Get me an answer. Your queen commands it.
Of course.
I'm hosting a party I would very much like you to attend.
We love a good party.
I'm not sure when we will be accepting invitation.
I know they're embarrassed. Oh, gosh. Ooh. No, she didn't.
The audacity.
Oh, my God. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. But it's no excuse for you to judge them either. But where they're at, there's a lot of gossip. It's a little town, so again, everybody's gonna be in your business. Everybody gonna know who's who, what's going on.
When we uncover Whistledown's identity, we will convince her to publish a retraction and restore your family's reputation.
Maybe not. You put her up to it.
But Miss Thompson would take advantage.
Well, why does her appearance gives off like, okay, she's not rich like us? Because look at them, look how fancy they are. And then remember back when she went to go talk to Colin. Remember that, how her hair looked like she didn't look fancy. She looked worn down. I don't like how they trying to play her. Like, I understand she's coming from poor, she has nothing, but she's in a household where all these women have nice dresses, nice hairstyles, and y'all literally just make her look every episode. I think there was like 2 episodes when she was trying to get Colin, I think that's his name, to marry her. But that was it. I don't like that part of the writing. Like, as soon as she stepped there, maybe the first day, but no, I don't like how they trying to shun her. Not only that, but that's disgusting because she put her up to that. Like, she literally wrote down everything that was going to happen. And now she's blaming it all on her. Like, that's disgusting to me.
Must believe. I had no idea of...
We don't want to hear it. Just be real. So we are shunned. All because you was tired of being broke.
That should teach them. Teach them what?
Yeah, why?
Judging not.
Because you never know what tomorrow brings. Just because you have all this stuff today does not mean God cannot take it all away tomorrow.
Marriage has its joys, but it also brings with it its special trials.
In that you are correct. If your motherly advice had actually prepared me to wed.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, Mama, that you sent me out into the world no better than a fool.
What did I say 2 episodes ago? If you go back and rewatch it, what did I say? Some parents don't want to have that sit down. They're either being selfish or they're just uncomfortable talking about it. But at the end of the day, when you have kids, all that uncomfortable stuff goes out the door. Again, this woman shouldn't have left this house blind. And I agree. Because like I said, if I would have had that talk with my mom, if I would have sat down and knew every single thing, I felt like choices, steps, just life would have went a little different. Life would have went a little different. I went out in this world looking like a fool. And I completely understand, Daphne.
You taught me how to play pretend, but nothing of the realities of married life.
Why are you in our business? That's annoying too. You cannot even talk.
I was not even there.
Well, if it were not for your habit, we would have been able to rid ourselves of Miss Thompson the moment we learned of her condition.
The Duchess of Hastings. She is here.
How are you going to spend all our money and then not care about the situations?
Your Grace, I fear your mother was rather heated at the luncheon, but of course, if you've come to offer...
I require a word with Miss Thompson.
I fancied myself in love. The next thing I knew, my courses stopped, and I found myself with child and...
What is Sir George's surname? Or do you know where he is stationed? His regiment? Or her, and have Sir George found? No support for you or your child. Surely anything is better than that. And take responsibility for you and his child. Be left all alone.
He should at least support her if he doesn't want to be with her.
You truly think you can do this?
I'm quite capable of doing more than you think.
I have defeated the best, and I'm confident I shall continue to do so.
Say, for you and I to come to some arrangement as to the outcome of your next fight? You agree to throw your next match, and I'll make such a wager on your opponent that even half my winnings will set you and your family up for life. I only mean to say I'm doing this for my family too. Look,
They just weird.
One simple arrangement.
But when you struggle, I love it.
You know Lady Trowbridge, Your Grace, but have you met Lucy Granville? And this is Kitty Langham.
The General's wife. Takes away the sting of losing, I rather think.
The Duchess is a quick study.
Look at the men's room.
Utterly comical.
You've been avoiding me.
Oh, no, you were being the jester.
The Earl would have my head if he knew how much money I've lost.
The Earl is but 2 years old.
Well, then I'm in luck, am I not?
Kitty, then. There is a soldier in service I'm hoping to find for a friend. Do you think your husband might be able to assist me?
The Duchess is still in the first bloom of marriage.
Yes, the famous love match.
Duchess, you win again.
Seeing how you entertain yourself, I rather think you the victor, Lady Danbury.
I rather think so too. Again.
Fucking up this severely.
Do you not ever get tired of pretending to be so perfect? It's
Right.
exhausting just watching you.
Not only that, but I know that's your sister, but now that's his wife. So for you to question him about his wife, he's not beating her. He's not doing nothing to that nature. So I feel like the brother's out of line.
I would not expect you to understand.
And what do you mean by that? What is most unfortunate is the fact that your father was so absent. He never gave you a proper example of how to lead a household.
What is that any of your business?
You certainly make it look difficult.
Oh, so you cannot take the heat, but when you was talking, he did not get up and grab you. What is going on? Yeah, brother is out of line. That tension was building up, though. Glad they got it out their system.
Seems I became a little too rough training with Will.
Let me. With 4 brothers, you cannot imagine the nasty cuts I have tended to over the years.
You're a big baby.
A child would be a blessing.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this. When you want it and the man doesn't want it, it just makes you feel so much less. As a woman, as a person, as someone that you're supposed to be in love, and the energy is not matching with the other person, it hurts more. But he real resent you. So again, I don't feel like she should make him and keep pushing him and pushing him into it, because yeah, that comes with a cost too.
Because I swore a long time ago that I would never sire a child. That the line would die with me.
You made a vow to me, too. Or has our wedding day slipped your mind?
I told you.
You told me that you could not have children. Let me be certain I understand. You will neither have children.
He keeps saying it, girl. How many times you gotta say it?
If your hatred for your father outweighs any affection that you might bear towards me,
he will never heal.
Then you are right. Perfectly happy apart.
Unhappy. But in public, we're gonna act like it.
Ensure it is delivered to this address.
Yes, Your Grace. Of course, one can never know for sure.
Don't do it.
It will make a fortune.
No other event. But my luncheon.
At least she did not say anything odious.
It is far worse.
It is worthy of note, however.
And we act like strangers.
Who?
Damn.
And who could be surprised if their diligent efforts are rewarded with a new arrival?
So perhaps a tradesperson? Someone who visited your household regularly might have seen or overheard something?
It is a possibility. I must return home. I shall take the back stairs so no one will see me. And Elle. Thank you.
Your help is greatly appreciated, but there is nothing more you can do.
Marina.
It is over. I have already accepted the fact. I thank you for your efforts.
You merely wish to protect me from my more foolish impulses?
So you admit it now, you were acting a fool?
As apologies go, this is certainly novel.
Hush, you. Soon you will forget Miss Thompson's name and it'll...
Yeah, it's not that easy. Just like you look for your mistress every time that women walk in the door.
Except served you. Aside from being the most dismal, most troubling ones I've heard in quite some time.
Perhaps I have been rushing you. We need not hasten your coming up.
Look at her face, like, it's uncomfortable.
An exciting time indeed, Mama.
I don't know, I'm against controlling your kids like that for society.
I'm in love with Lord Weatherby. You're married, and our marriage affords my wife her freedoms and protection. What about honor? Romance? What would you know of either? We live...
Is he?
Stealing your glances, disguising your touches. We cannot so much as smile at each other. Without first ensuring no one else is watching.
I thought she was Lady Whistledown. I'm not even gonna lie.
I beg your pardon.
I'm no longer in need of your services.
Ooh.
But that noxious gossip rag.
You love the gossip, so...
Do exist.
What's the problem?
You want to silence her?
Why did it make her act so stank?
I would like to make a stop and pick up a friend.
Who?
Should I not have a friend?
We didn't know.
Not bound by the rules of society.
Who walks in? Oh, okay. Louise. She cool though. She cool. We can trust her.
The entire ton were there, and I did not have a single worthwhile exchange.
The entire ton? You mean everyone except for the Featheringtons?
Yes, everyone except.
I certainly never want to cross the woman.
Girl. But it was never that serious.
Haste! Marina! Marina!
But she's young, full of emotions. She's bleeding. Yep, and now she is freaking upset. Daphne and their situation, I mean, she wants a baby. And now that we know, and now that you know, we see that she is not pregnant, that might just make the relationship worse. She's probably gonna be more like not wanting to deal with him. I just feel like he should have got up and checked on her. No matter how mad you're mad at her, that's your wife, you love her. So, I mean, I know you're mad, but you love her, so. It's a lot of gossip in this town, a lot of drama. I will say this. This TV show, it was slow paced. Like, it had drama, it had the gossip, but it still was slow paced. What you had to appreciate in this one was the characters, the settings, the wardrobe, you know, just the scenery type. Like, that's what I really appreciate about this TV show. Okay, you guys, so we made it to the final. The season final. Okay, we're on episode 8, season 1, episode 8. This one is called After the Rain. Okay, so Daphne found out she is not pregnant. She is not pregnant, and I do feel like that's going to reflect on their marriage. I feel like she still loves him, likes him. I feel like the whole thing was rushed, And the way they went about it was a little bit backwards because he already gave those warnings like, this is just basically for fun. I'm gonna give you what you want till you find your man, your husband. And then it came to be, and then her husband, you know, and then her husband turned out to be him. So, you know, it was like the red flags, the red flags, the red flags. And not only the red flags, but you know, this man is, now she knows this man is dealing with a lot of trauma. She didn't know this. She didn't know this. But now that she knows, it's just like, yeah, this is something I should have known before, you know, I really got involved. But I understand back in those days, you really didn't have time. Find your husband, be happy, give him kids, and live your life. Make society happy, even if you're not happy. I couldn't do it, but when it's all said and done, it's gonna change. The relationship's gonna change, in my opinion. So let's get to this last episode. Of course, like I said, I feel like this season was tippy-toe slow, but it had drama, it had gossip, it had the character build up. So all that was there, all that was there. So let's get into this last episode. Put your comments down below. Let me know how you guys feel about season 1, and we'll wait for season 2.
Of course, Miss Leopold and her new husband would leave London mere hours after their wedding. Reason? Unknown. One can never know the truth of a marriage hiding behind closed doors. Ooh. Will there be hardship?
Fight night. Fight night. The king always tripping. But that's what comes with dementia.
Time, and as always, this author.
You are permitted to smile.
Just a little.
The state of our marriage, I would prefer otherwise. Now that we know I'm not with child. 'Tis but a few more days.
Very well. Apologies, but this is not working.
You're an artist. It's not working.
Hand on the Duchess's shoulder.
It's not that bad. Well, draw it while they standing. Standing right. Draw it. Wants to be in a blah relationship. It just drains you.
Provided you stay clear of my lucky mallet, I think it a fine idea.
You cannot be in earnest.
I should begin practicing straight away. What other places might...
She is so happy.
Besides her shop.
She's somehow less deserving of my attention because she's not whom
That's not what she means.
society deems appropriate.
It's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Not clicking.
Perhaps I should go and prepare for our sister's ball.
Perhaps you should.
Daphne and the Duke and then Anthony and...
Yes, well, never mind. So that means you are no longer...
With child, I would have felt something by now.
So she killed the baby?
Caused quite a flutter.
Oh my gosh.
You were very good to him. I am certain one day he will see it.
I don't know. I hope he does, but I don't know.
Are you quite well?
That's not her man, is it? Her baby daddy?
The Duke is choosing to nurture some grudge against his father instead of allowing himself any kind of happiness.
I do hope you're finding everything you need for Friday's ball. It will certainly be the event of the season.
Then perhaps you might explain to your young ladies, Lady Featherington, how they ended up in such an unfortunate situation and who exactly put them there.
Shots fired.
How wonderful.
Apologies, Mom. But it seems a carriage has arrived back at the house. Mr. Crane is there.
On me. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Oh, that's him.
To make your acquaintance.
I'm so sorry.
Dear soldiers such as yourself. It is not George, but his brother, Sir Philip.
Oh, Philip, skip your ass out here.
I have come bearing grim news today.
Sir Philip found this half-written letter amongst George's belongings after he,
What's it?
If it were not for your
What's it say?
recent inquiries, all this time he loved me.
But that's when it goes back to, what's the girl's name? I know her name. It's at the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out. The one with the orange hair that was in love with Collins. Her, when she was like, my mother's been keeping these letters. Like, he's really writing you and he really likes you, to get her away from Collins. She was like, I don't care. This is not that. So she kind of knew, in my opinion.
He had a perfectly reasonable explanation for not writing back to me.
Well, he's at war. That's a lot.
Miss Eloise, you already have a dress for yourself.
I need a new one.
I need another one. A young lady can never have too many dresses.
I love her. I love her.
They are still quite stung from Lady Whistledown's recent expose. How I wish the author would write something flattering about them. I have heard people say that men, such as my brother, if you will, can withstand rumour and gossip.
I know why you are here, Miss Eloise. But you must know, I have no intention.
Charming chatting with you, Madame Delacroix.
Miss Thang.
Lock the door.
Heading to Will's boxing match?
Will you be accompanying me?
No. I have much to do for the ball.
We do not need to have this conversation.
Do I not deserve an explanation? As your wife.
You deserve more than that, indeed. I am doing this for your own good.
I can decide for
You will
myself.
be better off without me.
How many times does he have to tell you?
Win this fight, and perhaps we leave this city. We can take our exhibitions all over England if we wish. Will, what are you saying?
Perhaps I lose.
But who knows if something's gonna go wrong?
Why did you want us here?
I want to place a sizable wager on this match, and I'm told you two can manage serious transactions. You can take the deed to my house. Should I lose, it's yours.
He is going crazy.
Precarious, as in it is non-existent.
Well, the young ladies will just have to wear something they've worn before.
But it seems my business here is not quite finished. I would very much like to speak to Miss Thompson.
Respectful marriage. Miss Thompson.
You don't even... You was in love with his brother.
Sir Philip inherited the Crane title. He has a perfectly adequate estate.
Right.
Cannot marry this man.
But he would have wanted you to be looked after. He would have wanted you to be supported.
I thank you for your offer, Sir Philip, but I believe you should now take your leave.
I wish you all the best, Miss Thompson.
It was a perfectly acceptable proposal.
I am no longer with child, Lady Featherington.
And I'm pretty sure your husband, your house is about to not be your house. Well, read it out loud. She's still in love with him. Duh. He just kept playing her. At the game, or the boxing match. Wasted no time. Like, no. Yep, it was iffy.
To come and help with preparations for your ball. Your mamma is waiting in the parlour.
I shall be there momentarily. Duke seems to...
She was like the only one that loved him.
I did. And now apparently so do you.
I had no idea. What kind of father?
One that not only expected, but demanded perfection in his son.
He started acting sick.
I shall leave it to you to imagine. And if he needed some encouragement, a push from time to time, that was something I was happy to provide.
Because that's what I was trying to say, is because it's holding him back. His trauma and all of that, it's holding him back from loving, from being loved and giving love, receiving love and giving love. When nobody never loved you, you gotta teach yourself how to love, so.
If you needed another investor or more money, Will, you could have come to me.
Appreciate the
Yeah, I was about to say, everybody's
need
not rich
your
like
charity.
you.
Perhaps you should stop worrying about my marriage and instead put your mind to your own.
That is not what this is about.
Is it not?
It was his decision. Although it wasn't a fair fight.
Well, where's the other half?
I used
Don't worry about it.
it to pay off my man. No matter, because this is more than enough.
I thought you enjoyed breakfast in the morning room.
I wish for different scenery today. I can go if you would like.
No. You've already begun.
I'm going to Bridgerton House this morning. Dear Francesca's returned from Bath. Would you care to join me? I must admit, my brothers will think it odd if you do not. Francesca!
Oh, it's so wonderful to see you. And you, Your Grace?
I do not share
You
my
are
food.
not to do what you did the other morning ever again. Do you understand, Eloise?
Why?
To my new acquaintance, Madame Delacroix.
She's not your...
I was wrong about her.
The... modiste.
And we done.
Good for you, brother.
I have news. I finally found her. Here is Madame Delacroix.
Happy you found her, Elle, but I do not think I can ever be like that. You know, have a duchess for a sister. That makes achieving the life you wish for all the more easier.
Just like it, Lady Featherington.
Mine will have to be taken in, of course.
Mine's perfect. And mine is yellow.
Now that you have your dowry again.
Or did I lose it somewhere the first time?
What is wrong?
The final ball of any season is distinguished by one of two things: anticipation
Look, she ready to talk.
or dread. Others shudder at the thought of spending one last night before the discerning eyes of the Ton.
She is.
And yet, to those who may still find themselves out of both
We
choices,
should be happy.
fear not.
Come with me.
I was wondering, when are we going to be seen together? That's how you know it's real.
Diana, I am a Viscount.
This is preposterous and fantastical.
Because remember last time, like, he couldn't be seen with her in public or nothing.
A good likeness.
Indeed.
It is our ball, Your Grace. I do fear two dances may leave our guests terribly unexcited.
I suppose from the opposite, I rather think.
You were wonderful today, with Gregory and Hyacinth.
Children always have done. It still does not mean I want any of my own.
Your Graces.
Yeah, she was just giving you a compliment.
You need not feel so strained tonight. It's as if I shall feel anything but the inability to breathe in this corset.
She is comedy.
If you wish to go up to the library for the rest of the evening, I shall not say a word. Nor shall I blame you. Whatever for?
For being so perfect. So I do not have to be. Who's here?
Your husband secured himself a win the other day. Where is he? Still out celebrating?
One circumstance that is most likely not changed, I imagine.
And it's okay to celebrate.
Only the best for you, my lord.
Oh, let me see. An empty bed.
Featherington.
Ooh.
Join us.
I did not see it at first, but I know you were only trying to prevent me from heartache with Miss Thompson, and I was a fool.
You are not a fool. You merely believed yourself in love. One should never apologize for that.
Do you see me?
Oh, and I wish to tell you something.
I have something I wish to tell you as well. It was actually you who inspired me.
Friend zone.
Me how much I longed for travel. Should we dance?
No,
I have to go. Or he doesn't feel the same, so he doesn't really see it.
Ben, look, the Queen. She is here.
Entirely all right. Queen.
Well, Her Majesty is lucky to have you. A man of such talent, such genius.
Drama.
I worked out that Whistledown delivers her missives to a printer's press in Lombard Street.
Look, he talking too much. Get to her. Oh, gosh.
I need you to take me somewhere straight away.
Miss Eloise.
I have pin money. A great deal of it.
And he gets played this time.
Give me a moment, my love, and I shall return upstairs. I thought about coming with you tonight. I envisioned myself on your arm, but my imagination was the furthest I could allow myself to go. I am looking out for myself. I am ensuring my own future.
You must know. I tried.
What I know is that you are lost. I am comfortable. I am content. That gentleman upstairs, he sees me for who I am.
But you still could have told him, like, I understand you was confused, like you really wanted to go, but if you knew deep down you didn't want to go, why'd you have this man show up at your door knowing he was going to come just to have another man over? Like, it's a slap in the face. It is. I mean, he slapped her in the face plenty of times too, you know, metaphor, but still.
I need to let me go.
So,
I'm sorry, Sienna. We really must get back to the party.
Another moment.
why? Nobody's about to leave.
Go, it is a trap! Apologize, I thought you were someone else. Perhaps you might catch up with her.
Pride, Your Grace. cost you everything and leave you with nothing. We must not allow it to happen.
Everything.
I suppose I miss everything about him, really.
The two of you loved each other so very much. It is a rarity, I've come to realize.
It is a choice, dearest. One that is never too late to make. I cannot tell you how much peace and comfort that brings to me. There is nothing you cannot do.
Keep dancing.
Nothing.
I just want to feel the rain.
Thank our gracious host for such a splendid soiree.
For what? Even a duke cannot control the weather. I found the letters you wrote to him as a child, and I read them. He made you believe that you needed to be without fault in order to be loved, but he was...
Tell him, girl.
The part
how it's supposed to be.
Are too dark and too shameful. Every scar. You can choose to love me as much as I love you. That should not be up to anyone else.
Such a warm countenance, does he not? And his gaze, it inspires me.
Perhaps it might inspire you into silence.
Oh, my lady, there is news.
What is the matter?
It is your husband, Mom.
So why did they kill him? Because did he just take their money? Is that what it was? And he knew, like he knew what was going to happen to the fight, so he betted on them and he knew they had the coins or the connections. Is that what that was? Because that would only be the reason they really... Dangerous game. That is what she did, right? Went and checked for the money.
I do not want to be alone. I know that now. Is how to be the man you need me to be.
If you do this, if we do this, then
nothing else will matter.
Really? Can we not just cuddle?
Some endings seem more permanent than others.
The absence of your dear papa. I know you will miss him. Put right what she botched this season, I'm sure of it.
So they never found out who did it?
Pull down still on the loose next season will be far more interesting.
How did you do it? How did you endure 22 years of marriage without love?
Small things. Big things too, like your babies, and you will do well.
She finally gives her a compliment.
Of course, there are other endings that will offer new beginnings.
I shall write to you all from Greece.
Do not forget to bring me a gift. It is not a gift if you have to ask.
I do not recall seeing you last night.
Nope.
Feeling rather unwell. My apologies, sister.
The Viscount is ready to find and declare his intentions. Did you hear that, Your Grace? And which young
Does it
lady?
matter? Distractions from responsibility or being waylaid from the sensible path.
Give my regards to Madame Delacroix.
Well, your regards will have to wait, Elle. Seems she's making a short trip back to France.
You were with Madame Delacroix last night.
Yes.
Wrong person.
And yet,
Oh dear.
there is no ending in sight for this author. Worthy opponent indeed. Yours truly, Lady Whistledown.
What?
Very well.
Congratulations, Your Graces. A boy.
Do you wish to hold him?
Whatever it is, I believe it must begin with the letter A.
It was slow, but it, like I said, it gave you them characters. It gave you the drama, the gossip, and like, look who's Lady Whistledown. Like, what? It's the best friend, right? We're over here every night overthinking about you, trying to be like you. And like, you're in my face every day and I don't know who. Because like, that's what they just showed, right? That's a big twist to me, because no, I told you guys, I thought it was Eloise, and it's really Penelope. I did not see it, I mean, at all. So that was a big twist. I mean, if we seen it right, because as she was talking, it showed her like, so Anthony, he's done with love. And like I said this time, he was stood up. He always stood her up, you know. She was, you know, the mistress, and we couldn't be seen with her out in public. And now that we want to, you know, she doesn't want that. She doesn't want to change. She doesn't want that higher power and money. She just wants to be herself and be comfortable. And like she said, she is content with herself, and that is the best way to be. Especially when you have been let down, that is the best way to be. So I understand. But I did feel bad for Anthony. I did. And then Daphne, yeah. Her has a baby. And that is amazing, because that's all she wanted. It was like the last 2 to 3 episodes. It was like, once we got married, where is it going to lead? And like I said, they had their little honeymoon, the little honeymoon stage. They had their little argument, lies. But it's like, we can change, we can heal each other, we can work it out. And now they have a family, so bring on season 2, okay? You guys put your comments down below. How do you feel about the final episode 8, season 1, episode 8? Down in the comments, you guys let me know. Let's interact, you guys. What would I rate this? I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10. Out of everything, I love the sceneries. Like I said, I love the character build up, the gossip, you know. But it was the wardrobe, the hairstyles, the settings for me, like, amazing. When you've never seen it, it's amazing. So overall, romance, drama, comedy, scandal, gossip, all in one. But you guys let me know. And the characters, like, it was diversity. They had a lot of characters, and they built it up too, in my opinion. They built most of the main characters up the way they should have been built up. But make sure you guys put your comments down below. Let me know how you guys feel about Bridgerton season 1. Let's go.